Just look at that fantastic gloopiness there. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Rick. Today we're making Sweet Pongal. The Pongal festival is in a week's time and everybody will be enjoying a sweet version in India. So this is Sakkarai Pongal, and in here I have rice and I have moong dal. Just to show you that it's in water already. Rinse clear, now we need to drain it. Okay, so that's our drained rice, and as you can see it's short grain rice, and this is moong dal. Okay, now we don't want all that water in there, we want it to dry a little bit because we are dry roasting. If we chuck that in a pan it's going to fizz about all over, so just a little bit of kitchen towel and give it a dry. Optional step, you don't have to do this whatsoever. You can just cook it straight in the pan. However, this does bring a little nuttiness to the flavour of this, which is very pleasing. Okay, so there's our moong dal, rinsed, drained and dried a little bit. Bring in a cooker, grab a pan, turn on a flame, and we are going to roast the moong dal a little bit. We don't want any colour on as such, we just want to dry it out, put a little bit of toasting on there. Now the drying out has got nothing to do with it really, it's obviously going to dry out in the pan. So in there, moong dal. So a little toasting on there. So as you can see, we've got a very low flame for this one. Doesn't have to be high. We don't have to rush. Nice and steady. We're just trying to put a little bit of flavour on the moong dal, you know. That will do. Fabulous. Off with the flame. Grab another pan. Moong dal in there. In there with your rice. In it goes. A little stir around. There you go. In there, salt. In there, water. Flame on. Bring it up to a boil. And then knock it down through a simmer for about 25-30 minutes. So keep giving it a gentle stir as we go along. The water will evaporate. Put a lid on. And then what we'll do is we'll just top it up with a little bit of hot water. It wants to be a nice, thickish, porridgey type consistency. Okay, we're coming up to a boil there, look. That's nice. So knock it down to a simmer, and because we're cooking the old-fashioned way in a pan, you'll get a chance to skim off if you want to skim. If you don't want that, take it out. Give it a little stir, lid back on. Nice and steady, about 25-30 minutes. Keep coming along, keep giving it a little stir. Watch the water level. Cooking in a pan, the water is going to evaporate off as it's absorbed into the moong dal and rice. Okay, it's not like a pressure cooker, it has it all in there. This will cook off. Hot water in there as needed. We're getting a nice thick porridgey type consistency starting there. But we have a little bit more time to go, so we're going to go in there with a little bit of hot water. We're going to carry on cooking. Nice and steady. Just keep an eye on it because it will evaporate off. Doing it the old-fashioned way with a pan. Okay, we've had about 30 minutes. That's looking really nice. We've got about another 10 minutes to go cooking with sugar, so we don't need to take this much more. Now, what you can do, you can take a masher and you can mash it all together and mash up all that moong dal in there with that rice. I don't mind it. I like it like this. I like to see the yellow moong dal flecks in there, so I'm not going to mash. Okay, we need to just put that to one side a second. So we'll put that over there. We're going to take a small pan. Right, what we've got here is jaggery or coconut sugar. That's going in there. Well, a little flame on, not too high a heat. If you can't get jaggery, use brown sugar, light brown sugar. In there with some water, just enough to dissolve the sugars. So we want a nice little dissolve on there. So we want to cook this for about 3 to 4 minutes actually. Get it all in there. Get that flavour through all that water. There you go, it's starting to dissolve there now, look. What you can do with this, you can sieve this, because sometimes there's impurities in the sugar. You know, little hard bits and what have you. I'm not going to bother, it's fine. But you can sieve it. Okay, so just give it about a couple of minutes, just cooking nice and gently like that. And then that is going to go back in our rice dal mix. Fantastic smell, cooking with jaggery or coconut sugar. Completely different to the sugars like white granulated or anything like that. If you've not experienced it, it's worth experiencing. Okay, we've had a couple of minutes or so on there. Back on there with our rice and our moong dal. Nice little stir. In there, our jaggery, our sugar mix. Want a little stir through, and we want to cook this for about 8 to 10 minutes. Nice and steady. You're going to thicken up with this sugar in there. This is our sweet dish. So this is too runny at the moment, but in about 8 minutes time it's going to be a little bit thicker. Nice and steady. Make sure you keep giving it a stir and check it for evaporation. You might have to add some water. Okay. When you've got it gloopy like that, nice and gloopy and thick, that is perfect. You can go further if you want to dry it out. Right, what we need to do is just turn that off, put it to one side, and we're going to make a Tadka. A little bit different this one. So in our pan, we want about 3 tablespoons of ghee. Something like that. That'll do. Now I use a lot of ghee because this ghee is going inside my pongal. It's entirely up to you. You can use less, you can just use a tablespoon and drizzle some over, that's up to you. In there, cashew nuts. We're going to give those a little toasting. We're going in there with some raisins. Flame not too high for this. We want the raisins to puff up and the cashews to have a light toasting. Okay, that's flame off for this one. And we need to tip that in our rice dal mix. So what I'm going to do is just take a few of those raisins and those cashews out of there for presentation. Give that a stir. And all that in there. Nice gentle stir through. That puts all that ghee in there already. We don't need to drizzle any over today. That is beautiful. Now this is, this is camphor, that's in there. And this is a little bit of cardamom, ground cardamom. Okay, flame off completely and a little stir through. Now if you can't get camphor, don't use it, don't worry. That is beautiful. All we got to do now is serve it up. Now I'm not serving it with chutneys and everything today. I'm just going to put this out because this is what we've made. Just look at that fantastic gloopiness there. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking. And remember those that we kept on there for a bit of dressing up. That looks spectacular. So there we have it, that's our Sakkarai Pongal made. Look at that. Now I've eaten this many times, so I know exactly what this tastes like. My mouth is watering. Oh, I'm in with a spoon. There you go. Look at that. That is just perfect. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Not overly sweet, it's sweet, you've got that cardamom flavour all the way through there. It's buttery with the ghee, it's sensational. It is absolutely sensational. Wow. So there you go, that is my version of Sakkarai Pongal. Hope all my Indian friends have a fantastic festival and enjoy your Pongal in India or all around the world, wherever you celebrate. So there you go, it's easy to make. Share with your friends, tell them how easy it is to make this fantastic sweet Pongal. It really is delicious, it's not overly sweet, it's amazing. And if you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and we'll catch you in the next video. Oh yeah.